I stood there, not knowing what to do. And I'm like, Lord, what do I do? And I heard within, what would you do if you were on TV? Now I'm talking to myself. I'm like, I fake it till I make it.
Yeah.
Then I heard him say, do it. So I stepped up. I did what I thought I saw him do. I ran around for that after effect.
Right.
Sounds good. Came back, did a little bit more. Sounds good. So so I just continued to keep doing. And then I came in during the week. Oh, they got guests coming in. I can do that too. So I started calling a lot of my friends and that I knew, and some folks I didn't know. And they gave me that. They came in, and that encouraged me a little bit more. One of my the biggest person that I really thank God for, because I never did like rap when I was in Dallas. They would send me rap music. I didn't care for it. But when Boston came in,
yeah.
Boston changed my whole mindset on rap because there's a message in it.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, that was what, 8 years ago. And just to see him how he done moved on.
Right.
And with T.D. Jakes' ministry, and come to find out, his producer I met last month. Now, from time to time, and he may be in today, but he comes in and helps. And
That's
I'm
amazing.
like, because when he told me, he's like, oh, you the one that produced him. So, but a lot of things I didn't understand coming into this, and why we wonder why. But I've heard so many testimonies, from a man jumping off of 10 flights of stairs. And my friend asked him, well, why did you jump? He said, I thought I could, he was high. He said, I thought I could fly. And my friend started singing, I believe I could fly. And I had to bow my head, and I was like, no, you didn't. Then another young lady who said that she was a prostitute. And she said, if you would see me now, you would never know the lifestyle that I came out of. And she was sharing that how that she took the money that she made on the streets and she went to church and paid her tithes and asked the Lord to get her off of that.
Look at God.
And God changed her whole life.
Yeah.
So ministry, a lot of folks think that they can just sing. But if you haven't gone through anything, or if you haven't totally given your life to Christ,
right,
it's not about just opening your mouth because you sound good.
Right. It's got to have substance.
You got to have substance on the inside.
That's right.
So when the songwriter wrote the song, he make me clean,
right,
inside.
That's right.
Then it turned around, another songwriter said he's working on the inside, moving on the outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all starts within.
It sure does.
Let me quit talking.
No, that's great. Boston was, when we left Christian World, Boston came in to be the interim youth pastor and kids pastor. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was already moving. He was already making videos. He was already making music. And that was another stage in his life before the door opened for him to be with Pastor Jakes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I made a decision this year. Everything that what God has put within me, I'm going to start bringing it out. And now, the woman that I'm married to now, and it's just so amazing because she really threw me. Because a lot of times, we think we know.
Yeah.
We on the go, but there are things that we were taught back then that seems to slip away. But she started imparting into me. And things that she was sharing was basically faith.
Right.
Faith. And with me working with the jail and with inmates and everything, and you know.
How long you been over there now?
I'm not there no more.
Okay.
I'm not there more. And that's a blessing, because when they let me go, it took a year, about a year and a half, before I got that out of my system.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
Because where I'm working at now,
Yeah.
when I first started working there, when I delivered parts, so whenever somebody seemed to buffle up to the director, supervisor, I'm like, oh no, I'm standing right there, because that was in
It's
me.
training. You already have it in you.
You know. So now when they buck up to him, I just sit back and watch. I ain't fail no more.
Yeah.
You know. So I've learned that just because you're in ministry, you're still a person. Okay? And
you said
until
something right there.
we can be transparent, until we can be honest with ourselves, then God. And as I was saying about my wife, I mean, she imparted so much into me about faith. I mean, I love Jesse Duplantis. But I started looking at, I'm like, things that she was saying, I started looking at Creflo Dollar. I'm like, oh, he's saying the same thing. Then I started looking at another pastor. Then I'm like, everybody's saying the same thing. So I'm like, you know what? One day I was driving work. I'm going back to Jesse Duplantis. Looked at Jesse Duplantis because he makes you laugh.
Absolutely.
Okay? He said the same thing. I said, I give up.
That's it.
Now, I've been knowing her for about 9 years. Okay? And before, but the thing about it is, what caught her attention, we always got along. She was a friend. And she sat up and they called me down. This is when I was at the jail. They called me down and said that they want me to, I had to sit there with 2 other people for 5 hours. They let me go to lunch, come back. I was hot because they wanted the marshals to talk to me. So on my lunch break, she happened to call. I was sitting in the car, and I told her I was hot. And I told her why. She said, Kuda Matata. I'm sitting up here venting. All she had to, she just said, Kuda Matata.
That's life.
You know, and
That's funny.
that bothered me. So I finally got off the phone, went back in, and had to sit back on the bench for another 2 hours. So then when they finally called me in, the first thing the marshal said, we know, Mr. Lockhart, you didn't have nothing to do with this, but can you give me some names? I looked up at him and said, Kuda Matata. I'm like, he said, what? I'm like, I don't work the floor normally. I mean, I'm still thinking about Kuda Matata because I never knew. That was new to me. So, went out. Finally told me I could go. After he talked to me about an hour and 15 minutes, said, you can go. And I walked out, still thinking about Kuda Matata. Then I looked at the commercial on TV. The Lion King was in town. And they said, Kuda Matata. That's when I found out, don't worry. You know, so it's the faith base. So when the word tells you, regardless of what you're facing, okay, that God will protect you. You know. You know, regardless of who you're facing, situations. So a lot of times when we get upset, let it go. You know, and really enter into worship. So I thank God that because this is a growing process that we're living in.
It is.
So y'all ready?
Legendary words from our elder